Hello, I'm Philip Stoughton. I am at Electronica 2024 on the IPC booth, and I'm joined by Augusto from Critical Manufacturing. Thanks so much for joining me. I think we're at this fascinating pivotal phase in digital transformation at the moment, where we've just done a huge amount of foundational work, but we haven't got across the line. And I wonder if AI is one of the things that's pushing us closer to that line of actually having a digital dividend. Tell me where you feel, the benefits and the pressures are in the system.
That's true. At least is a subject that everyone is talking about.
Yeah, of course, it's getting attention.
And for critical manufacturing, it's we are not an exception. And but we look at it also a little bit from a more holistic perspective.
Yeah.
So what does this mean? This means that we have been there since people started to talk about Industry 4.0, smart manufacturing, digital transformation. And that is certainly a path to get to, let's say, advanced capabilities such as AI, right? And to that subject, we look at it from an execution perspective, basically with a critical manufacturing MES that is basically that's its core.
Yeah,
is basically the execution and tracking, the traceability, the quality control, and so on. But we have to add two additional variables to get to the AI portion, and a very important variable is also the connectivity.
Yeah,
where we also see, and have been seeing in the last year, especially in the electronics industry, of course, more as well in the semiconductor industry, as this show is also electronics and semiconductor.
Yeah,
and we have been seeing also a substantial level of investments and evolution in terms of connectivity.
Yeah.
So we have the execution portion that is there since many years. We have the connectivity and the enhanced connectivity capabilities, not only for collecting data, but also for bidirectional communication of basically using the traceability results or the results that are being connected to feed them back to machines and equipment in a kind of a real-time and intelligent way. But we have a third pillar that is equally important to get to the AI portion, which is the capacity and the capability to absorb and to basically give a context to all the data that in the meantime we are collecting from all the IoT devices and connectivity that we are collecting.
Yeah.
And many systems and many solutions are not prepared for that. They are prepared for the execution, they are prepared for the connectivity, but you need to have also a place where you basically have the contextualized information from the machine data collection, from the execution portion, which is basically the manufacturing orders, the products, quality data, and so on, and contextualize it. And once this data is contextualized, used in AI, because you have the information and you can have real case and real examples of detecting trends, or basically with the information that is being collected from multiple sources located in one single place, apply, for example, machine learning algorithms and evolve and grow this with utilization of these algorithms to get to a result that then is ingested back in the operations. So we see it from this holistic perspective. The execution, the connectivity, but also the data and analysis portion. And one cannot survive without the other.
No, if you can do all three, it puts you in a unique position. And do you think that's where critical manufacturing differs from a lot of the legacy MES systems that we're used to? It's more ready for this non-siloed, more holistic approach.
Indeed, because since some time we are perceiving that this offer should be more than just an MES. So we built our name around the MES. We are a renowned MES provider. But in the meantime, we have also to consider these other two aspects. Connectivity, that if you look at it from a siloed perspective, there are connectivity solutions, there are MES solutions. But the combination of both with one single solution, it's an asset, right? Because you get one single system to configure and to manage. And now, with the capacity or capability that we are delivering and that under the brand name of the platform, we are getting to this data, the ability to capture, absorb all this data that is coming from our cloud, put it inside the same infrastructure, and contextualize it through what we call also a common data model. And this common data model is basically capturing data from sources that are non-standardized, that are coming from different legacy machines, variable machines, MES. Give it a context, transform it in a way that is kind of standardized and linear and made linear for then applying intelligent algorithms that we are also bringing it as part of our own. And this entire architecture is what is really the difference and what makes critical manufacturing special about it.
Yeah, I think what's fascinating is, as you say, we have done all that work, and bringing it all together is the only way we get value from it. A lot of people talk about data, but if that data doesn't deliver insight, it can't deliver value. And we have to get to the value stage. There has to be a digital dividend for particularly EMS companies to invest, because they are on fairly narrow margins. They're not going to invest in a product that isn't going to deliver efficiency, quality, performance, all those different things. Are you seeing a willingness to invest in those kind of things, particularly in a time where CapEx is lower than it has been? My sense is they're keener to invest in performance and efficiency enhancements than they are in capacity, because they don't need more capacity.
Indeed. And in EMS companies, we see this quite frequently, because we saw a few years ago that EMS companies perceived that the digital transformation and the Industry 4.0, call it whatever you want, was a need. It's required for them to go beyond and to basically continue to be competitive and basically survive in this digital world. But what we also saw is that because of because of what you just mentioned, that our margins are low, that there is always some issues related with capital investment versus operational investments and so on. And maybe some of them I don't want to be, let's say, unpolite to some organization, but some of them fall into the trap of creating silos. And by basically limiting the investment that was required and is being required, they invested only in a connectivity solution, or only in a tracking and tracing solution, or only in a data lake or something to put the data.
That can only take you so far.
The things need to be combined together. And we see it that at this point, the investments that they did that were limited, that were reduced because of circumstances, right, are now not really bringing to a kind of a payback of the return on investment, because there was the need of having a holistic and strategic perspective that things need to be together. Because it's very nice to talk about AI in these days, but AI requires data, but requires data with all of the data, with the adequate context, and it's not only with the machine information or with the traceability information of a certain product that you can apply AI.
And then you have the data, you have reliable data, you have contextualized it, you can do confirmation learning and all those things on it that deliver the dividend that you need. What does 2025 look like for critical manufacturing? What have you got coming along in terms of new iterations, new products, solutions?
It looks bright, actually. So we are, of course, coming to the end of 2024 with last minute changes and last minute challenges.
Of course.
Like every company. The outlook looks good at the moment. In 2025, we just had a couple of weeks ago our, let's say, strategic gathering where we basically stop and think about what is to come. And there are some important strategic decisions that were taken to basically keep our level of competitiveness, keep ourselves in the, let's say, in the top level, at least from a technology and innovation perspective. And of course, with this, let's say, paradigm and with these pillars, we will have a successful year of 2025 for sure. Another important aspect relates to what we have been doing already since some time is focusing. Focusing in the segments that we consider strategic for us. And basically, electronics and semiconductors is, again, we are in a combined event space. Electronics and semiconductor are strategic segments for us, and we will keep creating functionality features, out-of-the-box capabilities that only require to be configured specifically developed for these market segments.
Yeah, I think what's exciting is those market segments are getting closer, and we're starting to see a little bit of overlap. So, for those players that are in there, the opportunity to have someone that's got expertise in both sectors.
Yeah, and especially because if you go back to the supply chain of electronics, and by adding semiconductor, you have the semiconductor front end facilities, the semiconductor back end facilities that are near to an electronics assembly house, and then the electronics assembly houses with the SMT lines, and processors. Nowadays, in many occasions, this is seen as one single supply chain. So no more isolated silos and so on. And if you look at these subsegments that are a little bit more, I would dare to say, advanced in terms of technology, the other ones are really perceiving that they need to catch up with that to remain equally competitive. So that's where we are at the moment. We see the growth.
Yeah, and I think, as I say, there are good opportunities there when you're not investing in capacity. It's important to invest in capability, efficiency, performance, and working with companies like Critical Manufacturing allows you to do that. Thank you so much for your time, Augusto. It's a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.